Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making sourdough bread. It's a super simple, easy recipe that I use. I enjoy it. If you've ever thought about giving sourdough a shot, I say go for it. Ignore all the scary stuff online. Don't overcomplicate it. It's super simple and I've really enjoyed the process and our family loves the bread. So here is my easy recipe for sourdough, and feel free to double it, triple it, whatever you want to do. It is totally easy to change up the ratios in this recipes if you want to use whole wheat flours, different types of flours. Today I'm just keeping it simple and we're just doing a regular white flour. So I start off with 50 grams of fed sourdough starter. Then I'm going to do 350 grams of water and 10 grams of salt. Now I'm going to mix this together before I add my flour. Now I'm going to add 500 grams of flour. And like I said, it's super easy with this recipe to do 100 grams of whole wheat and 400 of regular flour. Whatever you want to try, give it a shot. I've done buckwheat and rye all mixed in there with whole wheat, and I haven't had a loaf that didn't turn out good yet. Like I said, don't overcomplicate it. It's super simple. In the worst case scenario, you mess up one loaf of bread. All right, so I've got my nice shaggy dough here. I'm gonna put a bowl cover on it and we're gonna let it rest for about a half an hour. And then we're gonna stretch and fold it every half hour for about an hour and a half. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. We're gonna do our first stretch and fold. And again, there's lots of different techniques on how to do this online. Try them all out, see which one works best for you. I just grab each end and I pull it over. And as you can see, since this is the first one, the tension is not that great. It's kind of breaking apart, and that's what we're gonna create. We're gonna create tension. And so once I've done all four sides, I then just kind of try and make it into a nice ball. And there is our first stretch and fold. So we're gonna put the bowl cover back on and it's gonna wait for another 30 minutes before we do our second one. All right, stretch and fold number 2. All right, stretch and fold number 3. It's gonna be our last one. All right, I'm gonna put the bowl cover back on, and this is going to rest overnight until the morning, and then we will bake it. Okay guys, so our dough froze overnight, and we are now going to shape it. All right, so we've got seam side up in our basket, and we're gonna let that rise for another 2 hours or 3, depending on how it looks. Okay guys, so I'm going to now get my oven to 450, and I'm gonna put my clay baker in the oven to heat up with the oven itself. So it's nice and hot when we put the sourdough in this. And here's how the sourdough is looking so far. All right, so everything's heated up to 450 in the oven. So I'm gonna get this on my parchment paper. And I'm gonna score it however I want. I usually keep it simple. So now I've got my baker. I'm gonna put the loaf in. Put the lid on, and it's gonna go in for 25 minutes with the lid on at 450. So it's been about 25 minutes, so we're going to take the lid off now. Here's how it's looking so far. Now it's going to go back in for another 20 minutes, still at 450. Alright, so our timer's gone off. It's been in the oven now for another 20 minutes without the lid on. Let's see how it looks. Alright, so here she is. I'd say that looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave it on the cooling rack and let it fully cool before you dive in and start to slice it up. Thanks so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed it, and this is how I make sourdough. We really appreciate all the views, and let us know if you have any comments, concerns, or questions.